So my name is Gloria. I was born in Mexico City. And then my parents brought me over when I was 6 years old. So I like to say I was born in Mexico, but I was raised in Paramount, California, which I have lived ever since I arrived. My dad obviously wanted something better for my mom and I. So at that time that he brought us, my mom had lost a pregnancy. And my dad he had recently try to, find a home for us over here. I guess he thought it would be a better idea for me to grow up here. It was very hard because, like I said, I applied for my first job it was a Metro PCS when I was 18. So then my mom's like, oh, well, you really can't work. And I said, why not? Like, everybody works. Like, I thought I could just go in, apply, and that's it. I get a job. Like, I didn't know the process. So, like, they literally had to sit with me and explain to me that social that I had was basically only for, like, a temporary status. So I had to, like, kind of learn the process and how to apply. But I did always keep it to myself. I didn't really tell anybody, like, my status at the time. So I began working for David, which was one of her associates. And that's when I met Alia. I remember coming into the store and seeing her, and I was introduced. She was like kind of someone who also ran the store, and I said, oh, okay, nice to meet you. So then that's how we kind of started talking. I would go in, she would come in sometimes to the store, and that's when I would see her.
And my first impression of her was just so eager to be supportive. And you could tell she really appreciated the fact that she even had a job, and just in her ethics and in her behavior and how she treated us. At that time, if you came to our store looking for a job, and if you had papers or you didn't, we were looking for people who wanted to do the job. But the risk is always that you come in and you get shut down. I mean, her entire personality, she was trustworthy, she was reliable, and even, when tough things happened, that was definitely why I wanted to have her working for us.
It was a Friday. I clearly remember it was a Friday, and it was only 3 of us working at the store that day. We were facing the door, like the big door, the big entrance. So I saw, a couple of guys just, kind of hanging out by the door. I see them approaching me and, like always, hi, good afternoon. How can we help you? And I'm just looking at them, waiting for their response. So I'm looking straight at the client. And then all of a sudden, all I see is, I'm sorry. It's a gun in front of my face. But what I think will always stand out to me is, like, I can remember seeing, the hole where the bullet goes through. And I completely blanked out. I remember him reaching over to the counter and just like tapping on it. And so that's when I kind of snapped out of it. And I remember just backing away from the register, but I couldn't get my eyes off the gun because he had it pointing to me the whole time. And then just, I guess inside me, I was just praying to God. And the first thing that came to my mind were my parents.
I have to say, Gloria, as you know, had a very special place in my heart already. And so knowing that this had happened to her just definitely struck a deep chord within me that went beyond, I'm just your employer. And I remember being on the phone and saying, you're not going to let this monster win. He was a coward. What he did to you was cowardly, but we're not going to let him win.
I was scared. I was very scared. I remember my parents didn't want me to go back to work. But at the same time, because I kept this constant, communication with Alia throughout that weekend. And I remember being on the phone with her and telling me, just, give it a try, go in for, a few hours, just an hour, see how you feel.
When you're crippled by fear, it just inhibits you. And I saw a person in front of me who had so many dreams and aspirations beyond working for us at Metro PCS. And I wanted to see her conquer all of that. And at the same token, I know that this is a person that is already dealing with a set of challenges, not being accepted in a country that she has dedicated her life to, that she's known, that she calls home. And I wanted to make sure that she learned, number one skill to that is overcoming your fears and overcoming your traumas. Learning and understanding that you fall down, but you get back up.
I finally have like a good social where I can work and I can, like do something better. Because I knew that Metro, yes, it was a really good job. It was, I liked everyone there, but there was only so much I can do. And I wanted something better. I was looking into, maybe like smaller careers to take at the time. Paralegal was one that stood out to me. And it was with the lawyer that I started working. She was an immigration lawyer. So then that caught my eye a lot more because it was something that I could relate to. So when I started working with her, that's when I decided to take the path of, going for an immigration paralegal. I want to be an immigration attorney. I want to, make a life here, have my children here, like spend the rest of my life here. There's a reason why we call it home.